Last week, something weird happened. I uploaded the most boring video ever. Just me on a random Tuesday afternoon. No edits, no Lamborghinis, no hookers, just me. And it outperformed everything. Even the videos where I really tried to look successful. Those videos are unfortunately dead. Yeah, it's sad, I know. Because here's the harsh truth that you don't want to accept. Your Lamborghini is fucking gay. And before you cry in the comments, let me explain first. YouTube has changed. Every retard has a Lamborghini nowadays. It's boring. You won't become the next Imangazzi. That strategy doesn't work anymore. And the funny thing is, the new strategy even works when you're broke. So let me dive deep into that. Because you would expect that any video with a lot of money involved, like any millionaire making a video, that those videos would go viral. Well, why did this, and this video flop so hard then? Because it's not about the money anymore. Like I just told you in the intro, people are fed up with the money, like flexing the money on you. Instead, look at this, and this video. They all outperformed those videos that I just showed you, even though they're way more boring, no editors involved, and just pure value. Not only did these videos get way more views, they also brought in way more subscribers, watch time, and eventually also sales. And that's what you're making videos for as an entrepreneur. So why does it not work anymore? Because it's still the desired outcome. People still want to get rich. They still want to become financially free. That's still the same situation. That didn't change. But why don't they want to watch these videos anymore? Well, it's super simple. There's a massive overload in that content and people are acting super inauthentic, and especially with this much content on the internet, you will just flop completely. You, yourself, if you're still watching this video and you didn't click off because it wasn't flashy enough, look at your own watch history. What kind of videos do you watch? If you want to be educated on YouTube, if you want to learn something, if you want to get closer to your goal of financial freedom, or maybe even the house in Dubai, my personal goal is still a red Lamborghini Urus, but I'm not gonna build my personal brand around it and I won't make like a full video on it. I know that it's super achievable to buy that Lamborghini or to buy a house for your parents. Eventually, if you just grind enough, that will be super achievable. So that's not really impressive to me. My tomorrow won't be better because I watched that clip. And especially because there's such an overload on that content already. It's not special anymore. People are looking for the things that they need. Not what I want to see, because yes, watching a video about a Lamborghini is more fun, but what I need to see is content with value. They want to make tomorrow a better day. They want to make more revenue next month because they watched that video. People are not stupid. It sounds crazy, but a real entrepreneur would rather watch a video of you explaining how you could make your cold emails better and how you could gain more traffic from your cold emails than just driving your Lamborghini. Because what the fuck do you gain from driving the Lamborghini? Nothing. It's just stupid entertainment. And then you might ask me like, hey, why do guys like Brass, they are still flexing their new cars, they are still flexing their money, why does that content still work? Because of course you still stand out with the content, but the reason why guys like Brass, why their content does work is because it's the 80-20 rule. It will always be the 80-20 rule, but Brass really understands how to do this. He uses the cars and the flashy items and the watches and everything. He uses that to gain traffic, to stand out on the homepage. But when someone clicks on the video, they see a super raw, authentic young kid explaining how he does this and being super humble and super authentic with how everything works and how you can do the same thing. And then someone is like, hey, I kind of fuck with it. Like, I want to achieve the same thing. And he makes me feel like I can actually, and he motivates me to do the same thing, to also become financially free. And yes, it's more fun to watch the video if he's driving a Lamborghini and now he just bought a new Porsche. Yes, you stand out with the car and it's more fun to watch. But I can honestly tell you the only reason why serious entrepreneurs watch his content is because of the value part, not because of the car. Same reason why Charlie Morgan, his content worked so well. He lived in Dubai. It stood out very much and you can see that he's very rich. He used that 20% to stand out, like in his background. He purposely sat in front of like the window where you could see the palm in Dubai. That was all on purpose. But in the video you get serious value and you really learn something in that video. But you clicked because he's in Dubai. So yes, use the 20% if you have a unique edge. If you're super jacked, if you're super rich, if you live in a super interesting country, still use that unique edge. But then in the video, show your authentic self and provide value. Once again, look at your own watch history. If you're a serious entrepreneur, if you don't qualify as a serious entrepreneur and you're really a retard, then it's full of like flashy stuff. Sorry, but you have a lot of things to learn still. But if you're a serious serious entrepreneur. Your watch history is probably full of educational content. It might be slightly flexing, like Braz is doing. He still flexes his new car, but it's a 40-minute video, which like 80% is just explaining things, what he does, how his mindset changed over time, and like what he needs to do in the future, and just giving value. And yes, 20% is driving the car and being cool and flashy, but the reason why you stay in this video and also in these videos is because of the value. And then I actually was not really planning on putting this in the video, but just because I really think that this video should contain crazy value, I'm still gonna expose the real reason why this content works so well. It's because smart entrepreneurs can justify watching their content. If you have like 2 hours per day to entertain yourself and to watch content and to lie down in your bed and chill a little bit because the rest is filled with work, if you are a serious entrepreneur, you need to be able to justify watching that content. For me personally, I can't justify just watching a full entertainment video for 2 hours. I just doesn't feel like it's worth my time. But a Braz video, for example, or Charlie Morgan video, or an Alex Ramosi video, they provide so much value. Yes, it feels entertaining because of the flashy stuff, even though Alex Ramosi doesn't really do that. But Braz, good example, he does flex a little bit and it feels entertaining, but low-key you're still gaining something from it, and that's why your brain can justify watching it. And the best thing about all of this is if you start making this content, which I will explain a little bit later on in the video how you can do this yourself. If you start doing this, you attract a high quality viewer because that person wants to be educated, that person wants to grow, and if you provide the service or the product to help him do that, he's more likely to buy your stuff, and that's the only reason why you make the videos, to sell your product. And you want to help people, and if they buy your product, you will be able to help them even more with your paid product and your private time for one-on-one coaching, for example, or a physical product like Nelk is doing with their merchandise. So first of all, it will help you to go more viral because you're not inauthentic anymore. You're now actually being authentic, and it works on YouTube nowadays. And second, you will attract a high quality audience because they are interested in education, they want to be educated, they want to grow, and they are way more likely to buy your product in the future. People want to see how you make money. They don't want to see you spending your money. They're tired of it. So to give you actually some action steps, and I need you to be real here. I need you to be real, and you really need to do this. And this is super harsh. I already tried this with a friend and he fucked up on it because it's hard. Look throughout your week, which is your most boring day, like a Tuesday afternoon. Use that day to film. That's step one. Film the video and show the real things that you're doing. If you are really waking up at 5 a.m. to hit the gym because like for time zone reasons, or because you're more productive later in the day, or because you're fasting, or whatever reason, if you're waking up at 5 a.m., show that. If you go to the gym early, show that. If you wake up late, like I do here in Bali because of time zones reasons, also show that you're waking up late. That's authentic, that's real. People will appreciate that. They don't care that I wake up at 10 a.m. They really don't care. What does it matter? But they really appreciate it that I'm honest about it. So do the same thing. And I just showed it, like the AI tools that I'm doing. I'm literally on this channel, the previous video that I made, I'm showing the most boring stuff and it's outperforming all of my other videos because it's real. And you can do the same thing. Pick a normal day, like a random Wednesday, a random Thursday, where you have like some meetings, you have some work to do, you go to the gym, maybe you have a dinner at the end of the day to make it a little bit more interesting. But a normal day, like what's realistic to expect. Film that whole day, show every single thing, provide a little bit of value per task. Why are you doing this certain thing in your day? People will appreciate that because the more information they have, the better decisions they can make for their own like routine. And for the work itself, make it the main priority of the video. Yes, it's fun if you're waking up at 5 a.m. and doing the cold plunge, but make that like 30-second intro and then start very quickly with the value itself. If copywriting is your main business, if you do copywriting, show some subtle tricks that you are doing to increase like your copywriting conversion, or to gain more traffic, or to get people to read your full email, or whatever. The boring stuff, it is the boring stuff that people want to see. Show them how you make the money, not where you spend the money. Film all those little things throughout your day, focus on the work, and ask yourself after recording the video, would I show this to my younger self to speed up his growth? Would his trajectory be sped up if he would watch this video? Would he really gain something from this video? If the answer is yes, edit the video slightly, like put some pictures in the video if you need to show some results or some little things to explain your business model a little bit better. Don't do any flashy edits, don't do any dopamine editing, but make it like fun to watch. Of course, you should be able to watch it. You shouldn't be raw dogging the whole fucking video. But that question is very, very important. Would you show this to your younger self? Would he really gain something from it? And if the answer is no, remake the video tomorrow or more like the day after you did it. Because that's how you really know you provided some value. Don't try to go viral, try to touch them emotionally. Try to really help them. Go in crazy details on certain small things. Why do you change a certain word in your YouTube title, for example? Explain it in in crazy detail. Watch my previous video. I do this with every single task, like work related that I'm doing, why I'm doing it, etc. And it works. Otherwise those videos wouldn't get any views. So I have proof of concept that it works. Do this and you will see crazy results very, very quickly. You can still edit them slightly. You can still hire a thumbnail designer to make it a flashy thumbnail so it stands out, but make sure that the packaging shows the people on the homepage that it's a raw video, an authentic video with a raw style. Otherwise they wouldn't click on it. Show your penthouse, show your Lamborghini, show your private gym, but don't make it your personality. Explain people why you bought a private gym. Explain to people why you go on an expensive dinner. Explain to people why you go to a 3-day mastermind in Dubai, for example. Like, don't make it like your personality. That's super gay, lame, and you will never get any sales on your YouTube channel if you focus on this. There's one creator who is very smart in doing this, and I made a full breakdown on how he does it and how you can do it as well. You should watch that video here. Click here. I know you want to. Click.